Hello and welcome to Jedediah's Corner. My name is Jedediah, and I'm going to do something a little bit different today, so I hope you guys enjoy it. This is a song. It's a spoken word / song. I'm just going to read it out from Saul Williams, and he was very influential to me when I was younger, and I still really appreciate his art, especially his early work. It's almost incomparable, and I think the message is so important and so prescient, especially at this time. So I hope I can do it justice, but I hope you guys hear the message at least. So this is Shakespeare Act 3 Part 2, I think is the name of the song. So this is a call to all the youth in the ghettos, suburbs, villages, and townships. To all the kids who download this song for free by any means. To all the kids short on loot but high on dreams. To all the kids watching TV like, yo, I wish that was me. To all the kids pressing rewind on Let's Get Free, I hear you. To all the people within the sound of my voice. Spit for the hated, the reviled, the unrefined, the no ones, the nobodies, the last in line. Spit for the hated, the reviled, the unrefined, the no ones, the nobodies, the last in line. I didn't vote for this state of affairs. My emotional states got me prostrate, fearing my fears. In all reality, I'm underprepared, because I'm ready for war, but not sure if I'm ready to care. And that's why I'm underprepared, because I'm ready to fight, but most fights have me fighting back tears. Because the truth is, really, I'm scared. Not scared of the truth, but just scared of the length you'll go to fight it. I tried to hold my tongue, son. I tried to bite it. I'm not trying to start a riot or incite it, because Brutus is an honorable man. It's just coincidence that oil men would wage war on an oil-rich land, and this one goes out to my man, taking cover in the trenches with a gun in his hand, then gets home and no one flinches when he can't feed his fam. But Brutus is an honorable man. If you have tears, prepare to shed them now. For you share the guilt of blood spilt in accordance with the Dow Jones. Dow drops fresh crop skull and bones, a machete in the heady Hutu Tutsi Leon, an Afghani and a shanty doodle Yankee yank on, an Iraqi and Gap Yaki Coca Coma come on, be you bishop or pawn, in the streets or the lawn. You should know that these examples could go on, and what does it make you keep your ears to the street? As long as oil's in the soil, truth is never concrete. So we dare to represent those with the barest of feet, because the laws to which we're loyal keep the soil deplete, and it's our job to not let history repeat. So here's the plan. The Ides of March are always at hand, but when the power-hungry strike, they strike the poorest of man. And if you dare put up a fight, they'll come and fight for your land, and they'll call it liberation or salvation, a call to the youth. Your freedom ain't so free, it's just loose, but the power of your voice could redirect any truth. Shipped and shaped the world around you and want to keep your fears in a noose. Let them dangle from a banner, star-spangled. I'm willing and able to lift my dreams up out of their cradle, nurse and nurture my ideals till they're much more than a fable. I can be all I can be and do much more than I'm paid to, and I won't be a slave to what authorities say do. My desire is to live within a nation on fire, where creative passions burn and raise the stakes ever higher, where no person is addicted to some twisted supplier who promotes the sort of freedom sold to the highest buyer. We demand a truth naturally at one with the land, not a plant that photosynthesizes bombs on demand, or a search for any weapons we let fall from our hands. I got beats and a plan. I'm gonna do what I can, and what you do is question everything they say do. Every goal, ideal, or value they keep pushing on you. If they ask you to believe it, question whether it's true. If they ask you to achieve it, is it for them or for you? Because you're the one they're asking to go carry a gun. Warfare ain't humanitarian, you're scaring me, son. Why not fight to feed the homeless, jobless, fight inflation? Why not fight for our own health care and our education? And instead, invest in that erasable lead, because their twisted propaganda can't erase all the dead. And the pile of corpses pyramid in Gaza, pyramid in Rafah, pyramid in the West Bank, pyramid in North Gaza, and they pyramid on top of our heads. Well, never mind, said the shotgun to the head. I added a little part about Gaza, obviously. It's a crazy world we live in. It's a really twisted place. It's very disturbing. I grew up, and this song was written right around the time we went into Iraq. 9/11 It shook everybody up. Everybody went nuts. But then they utilized that event to go and attack a country that had nothing to do with it, kill millions of people. Afghanistan, Iraq, and then all of the little dirty wars, all of the little regime changes. Our government is horrible. Our government is doing terrible things all across the world. Do we see the benefit of it? Maybe we do, and maybe if this stuff were not happening, we might have to struggle a little bit more. That probably would be good for us as Americans, to tell you the truth. We have too much, and it makes people very very passive, very lazy. It stalls the progress of society. Our society is just primarily focused on war. That's all they're voting on, that's all they're doing. The checks and balances are all thrown out the door. They authorize billions in weapons to go and kill people all over the world. They build bases all over the world to create hegemony, to consolidate power, to be in charge of everyone. That's not who said the United States is supposed to control the world. The veto votes in the UN 33 times, where people come to a courtroom and make a legal case that something is wrong, and it's accepted. And then the United States can just say, nah, never mind. So we have to stay awake. We got to stay awake. We got to keep our eyes open. We got to point out things we see. I'm just pulling at little strings. The lobby that exists in this country, the Israel lobby, is massive and powerful. Almost every politician in this country has to sign an AIPAC pledge. It's very strange. In England, you have George Galloway just got elected. Great, I'm happy about that. I don't know much about him, but he's telling the truth. Now that's refreshing to see. There was a documentary done about the lobby in Britain, and they embedded a reporter in this 6-7 part documentary series with one of the Israeli lobbyists, and what he was saying is very interesting. He's painted the picture that the politicians, the reason they really like them, other than just, it's easy to just say, hey, I support Israel. I mean, that's kind of just accepted across the board. It's tricky, though, because what is Israel doing? But anyways, so he was saying over and over again, we write the speeches for them. We give them their talking points. We give them their little packet. They don't have to do anything. They love it. They love it. You just, here you go, Mr. Senator. Here you go, Mr. PM or something, whatever in England. And out of laziness, I guess, they don't look with a critical eye at what's going on, or out of just self-service. I mean, politics calls to the most mediocre of people. It calls to the egotistical. It calls to the people that are happy to sell out all of their values if it gets them up the ladder. They don't really care. And after 9/11, you have the Patriot Act being signed. You have all of this torture. You have all of these crimes that were revealed by Julian Assange, and they're still trying to kill him. He did us all a service. What's worse? Pointing out that someone has committed an atrocity? Or committing an atrocity? Come on. We gotta just be real. Let's be real in this moment. Let's be real. There's 2.3 million people in Palestine. They're not going anywhere. You've managed to kill 35,000. It's terrible. It's a disgusting thing. Probably another close to 100,000 people will die just because of the conditions that have been created, the starvation, the disease. And then they want to ethnically cleanse everyone into Egypt, which is a war crime, but they've committed multiple war crimes. The IDF is posting them on TikTok, and they're not being held accountable. The United States is playing games. Biden and Kamala Harris are talking, trying to change the way that they speak about something. Well, every second, people are suffering in Gaza. People are starving. There's people suffocating trapped in crushed buildings right now. They pulled a boy out of one of them. They've been there for 6 or 7 days. They're calling people to go into hospitals, bring people out, and shooting them in the head. Come on. There's so many instances of incredible sadism. I really hope something causes some relief in the situation in Gaza. God bless you all.